Hey guys, today I'm doing the bucket list tag. This was created by Kate, or Friday Night Highlight, here on YouTube. She is really cool, and I just found her. I think I found her from, like, I guess, Chowbella XO, I guess. And I already love her. She's really cool, so you should probably go subscribe to her. So yeah, the purpose of this tag, it doesn't have any, like, questions or anything. It just, you basically tell us, or tell YouTube, I tell you, what's on my bucket list. And I already have a bucket list video on here. It's called Before I Go. But that's actually, like, I actually have to take that down because basically, if you don't know what a bucket list is, Google The Buried Life, which was one of my all-time favorite shows on MTV, and, like, I'm really mad that they got rid of it because it was such a good show. It was basically about these people who went and they would go from, like, city to city, and they would do something that was on their bucket list. And they had a list of 100 things that they wanted to do before they died. And with every single thing they did, they would help someone in that city do something on their bucket list, you know? Okay. My bucket list is pretty elaborate. It has 74 things on it. I'll read them all, but I'm only going to elaborate on some. Or I'll just try to, like, talk nicely. One would be and a little disclaimer about my bucket list. I don't have a lot of huge things on my bucket list just because, like, I don't think that your bucket list has to be like, oh, go skydiving. Oh, like, see the 8 great wonders, or the 8 wonders of the world, or whatever, seven wonders of the world, or something like that. Like, do something huge. I think that, like, little things that, like, my bucket list is all full of little things that are gonna make me happy. Like, that's all and I already crossed something off, and I'm very excited about it, so I won't be reading that one. So I'll be reading 73 things, I believe. Actually, no, because there's some that I can't read. Okay, so 1, go a full day without cursing, which seems really small, but I curse like a motherfucker, clearly. So, like, if you watch my videos, you know that I curse, like, a lot, so, like, I'm trying to, like, I would like to go a full day without cursing. It's nearly impossible for me. Number 2, paint something great. I have never been one for drawing. I'm not a very good artist, but I've always wanted to paint something that, like, speaks to someone and, like, something amazing. Write a novel. A lot of you don't know this about me. I like to write. Number 4 would be publish a photo book, which a lot of you know I am a photographer, and I've always wanted to publish a photo book. Just, like, something that's one of those big books people can keep on their coffee tables, and, like, I would just love it. I might do that, like, just a photo book of pictures of Alyssa. You never know. Alyssa's my #1 model, in case and she was in my car haul. Yeah. So, or she did a haul on this channel. Number 5 would be learn to act. I'm a horrible actress, but I really want to be an actress. But, like, being an actress is, like, one of my, like, life goals. So, like, I've got to learn to act. Number 6, sing for more than 50 people. YouTube doesn't count. I love to sing, and I've always wanted to, like, sing on a stage, but, like, I just can't. Like, I have, like, this, like, I always just get scared. Like, I get, like, the worst, like, stage fright possible. And, like, it just, like, oh my god. Just, like, I can't do it. So I gotta learn eventually I'll get it. My leg is so itchy. Number 7, get lost somewhere beautiful. I just want to drive somewhere and not know my way and just be in, like, the prettiest place ever. So, you know. Okay. Skipping number 8 because I already wrote a song, because that doesn't seem like a big deal, but it took me 3 years to write that song, so get at me. Number 9, grow my hair to my waist, which I actually just recently cut my hair because it was getting really unhealthy. So it's, like, to the tit line right now. So my goal is to grow it to my waist. It's almost to my waist in the back, though, which is good. Number 10, be on a TV show. I've always wanted to, like I said, I've always wanted to be an actress, so being on a TV show. Number 11, fall in love. Number 12, tell somebody I love them. Number 13, mean it. Number 14, become fluent in French. I am working very hard on my French, so I would like to become more fluent en français. Number 15, get another tattoo, and another, and another, and another, just because I'm obsessed with tattoos. Number 16, host a charity event. I want to host a charity event for any charity, specifically the charity I'm thinking of hosting one. I really want to host one. I have it in my head, like I have like an idea, but like I don't know. I want to do something for the Autism Speaks Foundation. Number 17, cut and dye someone else's hair perfectly. I've dyed people's hair very nicely, but I'm horrible at cutting other people's hair. Not that I've ever tried. I think I'm just scared to try. So I need to find somebody who's willing to be a guinea pig. 17, become a professional photographer. That's obvious. Photography is like my number one love, so, you know. Number 19, help put an end to intolerance and bullying. Just skip those two because they're like secrets. Not that I don't trust you, it's just like they're like Kairos secrets. If you've ever done a Kairos retreat, then you probably know what I might be talking about. So, I don't know. Yeah. Number 22 is cook a fancy 3-course meal for my friends. Don't ask. Like I said, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but I've always wanted to have like a fancy dinner with my friends, and like that's just on my bucket list. 3 courses, get on it. Sit front row at a Penn State football game, because I love football, especially college football, and Penn State, it's like it's like number 2 in my mind, so. And of course, number 1 is go to a Bama home game, or that's not number 1, that's actually 25 or 24. But like my number 1 is Bama, Roll Tide. I'm from Pennsylvania, and Penn State isn't my number 1, but whatever. So go to a Bama home game. Want. Number 25, attend an NFL game. Number 26, do charity work overseas. Can I like put this down so like I'm in the front? 27, make a real life friend from another country. 28, change my own oil. 29, assist in building a car. Cause I want to learn how to I want to be good with cars. Like I've always wanted that. On the beach, cause I love the beach. And I would love to just camp out on the beach. And when I was a Girl Scout, I didn't get to do that. Every other Girl Scout gets to go to beach jam, and I didn't. So mad. My mommy wouldn't let me. I'm pissed. Still bitter about that. Forever bitter about the fact that I didn't get to go to beach jam. Number 31, graffiti a public place. Just something I've always wanted to do. 32, sing with the naked cowboy. 33, sing on a Broadway stage. 34, touch an elephant. 35, go on an African safari, because I love elephants are my favorite. My favorite animal is elephants, and I just think they're so beautiful. And okay, this is going to be really embarrassing. I went to Disney World. I was, I think, 18 years old, or I might have been 17. No, I was 18, because it was my freshman year in college. We went to Disney World, and we tried to get, no, this must have been my sophomore year in high school then, so I was probably 15. We tried to get tickets, like fast pass tickets, to go to, on the the Kilimanjaro Safari, and there weren't any fast passes, and it was a 4-hour wait. I literally sat down and cried, because I wanted to see the elephants, and I wanted to go watch, and I just wanted to go, because, like, that's something I've always wanted to do, and it's just, like, that's, like, the closest thing, and at that point in my life, I was like, this could be the closest I could ever get. So, like, yeah, I actually sat down and cried, and my mother was like, what the hell are you doing? I was like, that's, like, I think my mother eventually understood. She's like, I knew that's something that she really wanted, so, like, yeah, and I swear to God, if I get the job in Disney World, or if I get to go to Disney World next year, I'm getting to Animal Kingdom the first thing, getting those Fast Pass tickets, and doing all that, because I really want that so bad. 36, drive Route 66, which I don't know where that is. I think it's in Arizona, but I want to drive it because it's kind of iconic. This is also kind of nerdy. Number 37, speed on the Autobahn, because if you don't know what the Autobahn is, it's a road in Germany. It's in German, like how you'd say that, but it's the road. It's like the only road in the country that has no speed limit or something. It's like a straightaway road. It's like banked and everything. Like it's like on like a turn. Like all the turns are banked. It has no speed limits, so drive real fast. 36 or 38, adopt a child, because I don't want to have my own children. I've always wanted to adopt. It's going to be a long-ass video. 39, save someone's life. 40, see all 7 continents. 41, meet the entire cast of Harry Potter, because you know I grew up loving Harry Potter and I'm obsessed and I would kill to meet all of them. They'll probably do like a reunion thing eventually. Duh. 42, thank J.K. Rowling for raising me. 43, attend Party Gras in New Orleans. If you ever watched Viva La Bam, you know that Party Gras, you know what Party Gras is. It's really Mardi Gras, but whatever. Fuck it. Let's see here. See the Hollywood sign. Live in a city. Pierce my ears, cause ain't got no holes. Well, this one has holes, but doesn't count because they're closed. Pierce my lip. I've always wanted that. Kiss a random stranger. And I would love to just have enough confidence to go up to somebody and kiss them. I'd probably have to be intoxicated. But I don't drink, so I mean. Meet up in Vegas. Play piano. Play guitar. Graduate college. Sing with Taylor Swift. I want to attend a gay wedding. Like, I've always just wanted to do that. So, I gotta find some, like, gay friends. And, like, attend their wedding. 57. Be in a flash mob. I have always, since flash mobbing started being a thing, like, last year, wanted to be in a flash mob. Oh my god, that would be so much fun. Send a message in a bottle and hope somebody finds it. That'd be awesome. Just be so funny. Visit Ground Zero for real. I went to Ground Zero this past September because it was the 10-year anniversary of 9/11, and I went the week before, and we didn't get to see it because they were still working on the memorial. So we didn't get to see anything. All we saw was the construction of the new buildings that they're building right there. And we talked to this guy who was basically like giving us like the story of 9/11, and oh my goodness, it was like, whew. It's one of those things you just gotta see it. Like, it doesn't like hit you until you see it. See the Northern Lights, which I'd have to go to like Nova Scotia for or something. I wanted to see those since my dad was talking about them. He was watching a special on it, and I thought he was watching a TV show about aliens. And I was like, oh, what's that? He's like, that's the Aurora Borealis. But I've always wanted to see the Northern Lights. Just because I think that's so beautiful, and that's just like one of those like once-in-a-lifetime things you don't get to see in Pennsylvania. Because we're too far south. We're in the south. We're Hicks. No, I'm kidding. No, we're in the south for Canada. Visit every single state, because every state has some cheesy tourist attraction that you gotta see. Donate blood. This is kind of a long story. My senior year, at my high school, you can donate blood your junior and senior year if you're like of age. You have to be 17, I think. Junior, it's always in February, so junior year I couldn't. I went to the blood drive for the whole day and helped out anyway, and like helped out like for a newspaper. But then senior year I actually signed up and got a time and went to give blood. I was a nervous wreck. I am so scared of needles. I am so scared of blood and everything like that. I'm just like, oh my goodness. Like, so they went up and they were like, I was doing the thing where they like prick your finger and they like test, make sure your iron levels are okay, make sure everything's fine. They took my heart rate and I was not allowed to give blood because my heart rate was too high. Because you had to be below like a 94. The first time they took it, I was a 114, which is dangerously high. My heart was like beating out of my chest. And then the next time I think I was like 97 the next time because I had calmed down. And they're like, did you have caffeine today? I was like, no. I was like, no. And then they were like, oh, well, you're probably just nervous, but with your heart rate being this high, we can't take your blood. I started crying because I had literally, like, I was talking to the nurse. I was like, you have no idea what it took for me to even come here and sit and talk to you right now. Like, you have no idea how much this is killing me right now. Like, I was a nervous wreck that entire day. I couldn't concentrate. I was crying most of the day because I just was like in anticipation of getting a giant needle in my arm. like, I yelled at the nurse, and I was like, let me give blood right now. I'm like, I'm here. Like, I'm missing school right now to do this. And she's like, I can't let you. Like, it could be dangerous. I was like, fuck this. So I didn't get to give blood, but it's on my bucket list to give blood. Number 63, be on the cover of a magazine. Any magazine. I don't care which one. I'm not picky. Particularly 17. I would love it, but not picky. Attend a Betsey Johnson show at New York Fashion Week. I'm obsessed with Betsey Johnson. I love her, and I think that I should be at her show, front row. Go mudsliding, like wherein you like put on like a bathing suit and you take a muddy hill. It's actually pouring rain right now. I could probably do that later, but I don't want to do it by myself. And just go down a giant hill and mudslide, like sledding, but on your stomach with mud. Number 67, visit the beach in winter. Meet my favorite YouTubers. I want to meet you guys all. I can't go to IMAX this year because I can't afford it. I will definitely be going next year. I cannot wait. Oh my god. And I'm going to meet all of you and we're going to be best friends. Make partner on YouTube. Rent a shore house for the summer. Basically, if I rent a shore house, I would get it with a bunch of my friends and be there for basically the whole summer. Or like in and out, whoever could come whenever. I just think that would be super fun. Okay, this one is kind of, this one, buy the house I stayed in on my senior year youth group retreat. It's my favorite house in the entire beach. My last 3, number 72, join a sorority. I've always wanted to be in a sorority. My mom was in a sorority, my dad was in a fraternity. Most of my friends went. Become fluent in ASL, which is American Sign Language. I know some things. If you watch the show Switched at Birth, it's how I'm kind of like learning a little bit more, like this means happy, and I know that like this means again. I've always been able to say one thing, which is make them hear you. The thing is help someone accomplish something on their bucket list, which is very The Buried Life, and it seems very like, I just think that would be so cool to like go to someone and be like, what do you want to do before you die, and then just help them and do it for them. Just because, I don't know, I think like it's not all about me. Oh, and another thing that is not on my bucket list, well, I guess it is. It's on my bucket list and it's going to be crossed off in the next couple months. Go blonde, because bitches, I'm tired of this. Like, this is not my natural hair color, if you're not aware, if you, like, obviously, like, if you've been watching me since I started, the first video I put was when I first dyed my hair this color. And it's been over a year, and I'm so tired of it. I love it. Like, I love the color of it. But, like, every time I see a picture of a girl with blonde hair, I'm like, I miss it so bad. So I want to dye it blonde for the summer, and I'm just going to keep it blonde for a little while. And if I ever want to go back to this, I can. So I actually just ordered a color stripper online that had really good reviews, so I'm just going to use that. Anyway, that was completely irrelevant. And I tag everybody. Thank you, Kate, for making this tag and for being an awesome YouTuber and being an awesome girl. So yeah, let's all accomplish our bucket lists. Yay!